What's up, YouTube? Yes, we are back. We have spent 2.4 million coins on training. We've got training for fairly cheap. We're going to go ahead. We're going to try a method that a lot of people have said to try, but I'm going to put my own little twist on it and see if we can somehow make coins with it. Right now, training is fairly cheap. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you here a little bit of what I bought here. You can see I bought 91s for 45, 47, 47, 44, 40, 45, 45. This one right here was a 90, and so on. So we're going to go all the way down to Kenny Clark, and we're only going to use Kenny Clark on up. Okay? And so I just kept track of it. All those cards combined would be 476,499 coins. That's what we're going to use. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of the cards that I just talked about, and it's going to equal 73,900 training, which means I bought that training at 6.44. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of it. We're going to get rid of it down to Kenny Clark. You can see all the other cards I have. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. That's going to be for later. That's going to be for later, but we're going to try this method a few times to see if it actually is good or it's bad. And so the method is this. You're going to do the playoff set, but in order to get your cards, you're actually going to go and do this. You're going to go to training. You're going to buy either a rising star, a veteran, or a flashback. The 89 you're going to keep. Once you get 3 89s, you're going to put those into playoff sets. The 90s you're just going to quick sell back for more training. Make sense? Hopefully that makes sense for right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to get our 3 89s. And we're hoping to in theory pull 90s out of this. That way we get 500 more training, or yeah, we get more training back. So we get 500 training back. That's the hope, because the cheaper you can make this stuff, the better, obviously. And so if you pull a bunch of 90s, you're actually spending a decent amount. So in theory, these cards right here would be costing us at 6.44 training per, like what we spent on it. It would be 28,980. So technically we're buying the 89s right now for 28,000. Is that a good deal? No, absolutely not. It's not good right now. However, if you pull 90s, you take 1,000 off of that. So right as of right now, we've taken 1,000 training off times 6.44. That's 6,000 coins that technically we've taken off of this, right? Does that make sense? So that's 1,500 right now, and I'll tell you here in a second. So if you get 3 90s or 3 89s, it technically costs you 86,940 to get 3 89s before getting your 90s. So right now we've got 490. So as of right now, we're going to take 2,000 training off of what we spent. So as of right now, yeah, I'll explain it a little bit better. But you can see right now we're getting super lucky. We're getting super lucky. So as of right, it almost looks like right now we've paid what, 12,000 for our 89. I mean, right now we're getting super lucky. Let's be honest here. So now we got our second. So far, I think we had, I don't remember exactly how many. I think we got 4, maybe 5. But we'll just say 4 for right now. I don't know. So we're going to take a look at this one. Another 90, sweet. So that's 5 so far. So far we're going to take off of that 86,940. We're going to take 2,000 training off, times that by the 6.44, and we'll come up with the total number that it costs to get our 89s. So we're hoping for another 90. Let's be honest here. All right, we got at least 6. We got 6 90s so far. So this right now is working out in our favor. If you pull 3 89s in a row, like I said, it would technically cost you 86,940 because of the training times the training value that I bought it at. And so right there we're looking at, we've got 6. So we're going to take 3,000 because that's 3,000 extra training that we got off of this. We're going to take 3,000 and times that by 6.44, and that equals 19,000. Now we're going to take that minus the 86,940. So technically we just bought our 89s doing this. Now we got lucky. Keep this in mind with the 90s. But it costs us 67,000 coins, 67,620 coins to get our 89s. Not bad. Not bad. Is that great? I don't think so, but I don't know. Okay, so now the next thing is we're going to do is we're going to pull these. Right? We're going to pull these. So we're going to pull 3 of these. Or no, 7 of these. We want 7 of them. Now, obviously, the goal is to hit the big number and get a 95. If you get a 95, you're golden. If you don't get a 95, not so much. Right? But we're going to pull 7 of these. 7 of these. Okay? And then, in theory, we should keep pulling them to put all the 85s into the 87 set. Now, that's where I'm going to differ. I'm going to go and snipe the 87s. And so, yeah, we're looking here. We got 4 so far. You know, right now we're spending a little bit on these because we need to pull a 95 really out of this to really kind of get it going. I think that's 5. But you can see I've only spent 22,000 trading so far, so I might be able to get 2 out of this. I might be able to get 2 out of this. Who knows? So there we go. And so I don't know if this is profitable. I've just seen people doing this, and so I was thinking, you know, maybe I should check this out and see if it is profitable, if it's not profitable, and so on. So you can see I still have 48,000 training. Now, what most people are doing is taking those 85s and putting them into the 87, 88 set and just using those for the playoff set. I think you can get it cheaper. Personally, I think you can get it cheaper. We're going to go to the set right now. We're going to put our stuff in there really fast here. You can see we got lots of cards right now. We got lots and lots of cards. But those are the 3 closest ones that we got. We're going to go down here. We're going to put our 7 85s in. And then we are going to go ahead and we're going to try to snipe. So we're going to try to figure out what it costs us overall to make this set. All right. So right there it costs us just for the 85s. Now I think doing this method is so based on getting your 95s. But we spent 2,500 coins per, right? 2,500 training, I should say. Times that by the 6.44, that equals 16,000. So we spent 16,000 per 85. Is that a good deal? Hell no, it's not. Right? So that cost us 112,000 for that. That was terrible. This is why I think this method is risky, right? But if you were to pull a 95 out of there, you would have got all those other cards for free. Do you get what I'm saying? So it does take a little bit of risk. It does take a little bit of risk. So now we are going to go directly right into the 85s. Now, like I said, most people put the 85s into that 87 set. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go and snipe 387 or 587s. Okay? I'm going to go snipe 587s because I feel like right now the price is good enough for me to do that, right? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. And we're looking right there. So we want to get this as cheap as we possibly can. So we're going to look right there. If we get 5 of them at that, that would be 100K. That's still too expensive. I mean, you can see in 87, let's check, let's go by overall. All right, let's scroll down. You can see right here, there's none for very cheap. Okay? None for very cheap. We'll scroll down a little bit. All right. You can see 19K. It seems like that's going to be about the average. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly go ahead and snipe those 5 cards. I'm going to try to get them for about, I want to get them about 15K. That's my goal, is about 15K. You see, yeah, you see the prices. You see what's going on with them. But we're going to try to get them for about 15K. So we will be right back after we get that done. All right, we have got the 5 cards. It took me just a few minutes. And I'll be honest, look at this 86. It's 10K. Right? So doing the campus exchange or the campus heroes 85 plus, you're really, really, really reliant on getting the cards for, getting a 95. Honestly, this method is 100% about getting that 95. Because if you don't, look at these cards. I paid an average of what, 16K with the training to the training value that I paid, which is 6.44, which I thought was pretty good. And you can see right here 8.3K for that. But we ended up getting the 5. We spent about an average of of 18K. Maybe not quite 18K, but pretty darn close. So I'm gonna add it up here. I'm gonna add it up just to make sure. Just to make sure, because we just never really know. We're gonna find out exactly what I paid, but 17,600 for one, 18,400 for the other one, 17,100 for one, 17,450, and 17,850. All right, so that was 88,000. 88,400 for that. Okay. Now, I'm showing you this. I haven't tried this method at all until just now, but I'm showing you this because not every method out there that people say works. I mean, let's be honest here. Do I think this is a good method? Only if you pull 95s. If you don't pull a 95, I do not think this is a good method. But we're checking it out. We got to make sure. And I still have 48,000 coin or 48,000 training, right? So I still have quite a bit of training, but it did cost me 476,000 just to get my 73K training. So I mean, could I make two sets with this? Maybe. I mean, maybe, right? Maybe. So we're going to go ahead. We're actually going to take a look and see what the value is right now. Like I said, I showed you in the last video what the value was, and you could see it dropping. And so let's check and see what we have right here. I want to add this all up and see what exactly I have invested into this. So this is at the 6.44 valuation, right? I have a total of 268,000 coins invested, 268,720. All right. And so I know I need to times that by, nope. Oh, son of a gun. I got to get that back. So I need 268,720. I need to times that by 1.1. And I need to be able to sell the card for 295K in order to break even just on that pack. Right? And I pulled a lot of 90s. So keep this in mind. I pulled a lot of 90s. But 295,592. That's what I need to be able to sell this card for. If I don't sell the card for that, I'm losing coin. I'm losing coin on this method. Now, if I would have pulled a 95, I would have made massive coin off of this, right? 150K. And I think that's why most people say pull the 85s, and when you get three 85s, or after your 7, you get 3 more 85s, and you make your 87s, right? I'm pretty sure that means you would need another 15 85s to make it, right? Now, what if you only pull 85s? Think about that. If you only pull 85s and never pull a 95, you're losing your butt on that, right? So that's not. This is why I don't post methods like this. Is this going to be B3 Squad certified? No. Not even close, because you can lose a lot of coins on this method right here. Now, over the course of the history, I think you could win, right? But it's all based on pulling 95s. You can see right here, 266. Well, that isn't going to cut it, right? Let's look at quarterback. Let's see if we can find anybody that's over 300K right now. Doesn't look like we have any there. What? Ryan Tannehill, 290, 299. So we just did all that work. We would make 4,000 coins. I mean, come on. All right. Right there, same thing. We'd make 4,000 coins. Let's look at DK. Nope, we'd lose coins. John Brown, we'd lose coins. Robert Woods, we'd lose coins. We'd lose like 400 coins. Okay. Let's check out Mitchell Schwartz. That's a loss. Let's check out free safety. Marcus Williams. That might be the guy we have to go. We'd make 21,000 coins doing this. Now, just think if you would have sniped your 85s at 8,000 instead of paying the training price, which would have been 16,000. I mean, you would make a lot. I mean, then you're looking at making some coins finally. But you can see right here, all these are losses. Every single one of these people are losses. Right? Do I think that Marcus Williams is going to be a profit for very long? No, I don't. But that's the only option we really have. We have to buy him. So we're going to go with Marcus Williams. We're going to try to sell him for 310 as fast as possible, and we're going to take our 15K. And so this is the type of method that I'm going to be using tonight on stream. This is what I'm going to be using, right? This is what I'm going to be using. So we're hoping that we can get them and we could sell them for that. We're going to put them up for $310 and try to sell them right away. And yeah, so this is my first video. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at people's methods. And I'm going to debunk them or not. One of the two, right? And you can see this method right here is super risky. Unless you're using like a ton of training all at once. Then I don't think it's as risky. Right? But if you're doing it, if you have 500,000 coins and you're going and blowing it on this, I'm not 100% convinced that this is a great method. That makes sense. So, yeah. So that's the video. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy what I'm going to try to do here. I'm going to try to debunk methods and whether or not they're good or not. I mean, is this one B3 Squad certified? No. Nope. This is risky. Unless you have a lot of coins. Then it's not as risky. But if you don't have very many coins, don't do this. So anyways, that's the video. I'll see you later.